friends, it's Nicole from Flower Hill Farm, and it is the middle of October, and I just wanted to bring you guys up to date on some projects that I have going on all over the place. First of all, I have so many things that have not even come in yet for my fall bulbs. I've got some chicken friends that are gonna come and hang out with me while I'm recording. Every time I sit on the ground, they flock over to me. Anyway, so the bulk of my bulb order that I have to plant this fall has not come in yet. I think I have an October 14th or an October 17th ship date. It's now October 6th, so I guess it's not the middle of October. I'm such a liar. It's October 6th, 2014. Hi, hey, come here, come here. You're so pretty. So anyway, so that's not going to be shipping for a couple more weeks. So in the meantime, I've got to clean up my gladiolas. My dahlias have had a couple of frosts, so they're ready to come out of the ground. I have some friends who have been amazing and blessing me with some shared bulbs and stuff like that. So this is a box of irises. Look at this clump. This is what happens when you let your irises just mature and double and double and triple and triple, and they just keep growing and growing and growing. So, and once they start to get crowded like this, they will slow their blooms down. So what my flower friends will do for me is, and you can separate these. So this is now, instead of being one big clump, you can turn them into individual flowers. So these are being shared with me by my friend Lisa. In this box, I mean, there's a couple hundred in this box, and I'm going to be, some of them are bearded irises and some of them are Dutch irises. So I have a lot of separating to do and planting to do here. Then in this box behind me is my order of bearded irises. Some of them are reblooming from Jake Bent Wholesale for the small scale grower, and I got a whole bunch of varieties of these, and they come like this, so they look like they're completely dead. They are full of life, they are not dead, and I'm gonna be planting these like now, like this week, and they will also do the same thing as these irises, but these are bearded, but they will double and triple, and they will continue to produce more and more stems year after year. Irises are an amazing perennial. So I'll go through the list of what I have here, if I can, I think, in this box somewhere, oh, here it is. Okay, and I'll reference the pictures that Jake posted. So I don't have any irises. Well, I think I planted 50 Dutch irises, but I don't have any bearded irises on the property yet. So this will be my first planting of bearded irises. So they are, and they're only 5 of each. So I start with, I have 75 total, and then every year it'll double. It'll double every year. I'm gonna sneeze again. I don't wanna sneeze. Okay, so 5 of an iris called All Night Long. Cherry Blossom Song. Copper Classic. Easter Candy. French Can-Can. I had a dahlia called French Can-Can and it just never bloomed. The Grand Canyon. Are you gonna eat my paper? Immortality. The Pagan Dance. Pink Attraction. Rio Rojo. And Starring. Who comes up with these names? Hey, you gonna eat my paper? Who comes up with the names of these flowers? I don't know, but I want that job. I don't know who does it. I want the job. So I'm gonna, I put the pictures up on the screen so you can see all of those. So those are the irises that I will be planting, and they are an early summer to midsummer, and then some of them are reblooming, so they'll bloom again at the end of the season. Oh, I have not mapped out where those are gonna go yet, because I also have 1,000 other Dutch Irish bulbs that I need to put in the ground. She just wants to be on camera. So I need to figure out, I don't know, like a 4-foot by 40-foot row where those are gonna go, because I'm gonna plant those not so close though, because I don't want them like as close as tulips, because you know, tulips you plant so like an egg crate together. Hey, I don't know what you want from me. Moving on over here, I can't even lift it. God, this is a pretty little number that I went, so Mama Mauer, that's how I refer to her, as I graduated, I went to school with her daughters, and her husband was my coach for years and years and years. He passed away many years ago now, but I still love the family. And so Mama Mauer posted on Facebook, she said, I have daylilies, who wants to come dig some up? He said, me. There are so, like the daylilies in here are ridiculous, and they're the same thing. Like you have to, I'll cut them back and plant all these little daylilies. And she's only had them in here for a couple of years. So can you imagine how quickly, see, that's how I'll cut them off. So that's garbage. And then all of these things right here will go into the ground. And okay, daylilies, you ask. Daylilies. Daylilies are not a cut flower because guess what? They last for a day, hence the name daylily. So what I want to do, pardon me, I got dirt in my eye. What I want to do is, oh, you see my fence behind me? It goes all the way. So the fence part that faces the road. This year I planted some branching sunflowers there, and when I had my bouquet bars and any event here that I had at the farm, when you drove up to the property, you saw rows of flowers, which on a flower farm you don't typically see because you're cutting them before the flowers actually bloom. So I want to have this daylilies or other flowers that I'm not going to cut that will make it look like I actually grow flowers here. So I want it to be like a landscape thing. So there's probably a couple hundred of these. I might actually do the same thing with Lisa's irises that she gave me. Just kind of round the fence with them because I want something blooming there all year long. I'm actually gonna plant some daffodils and some tulips over there too, just for show. And I'm gonna find a perennial tulip that will come back every year. So that's what I plan on doing so that it looks like that I have flowers growing on the property when people pull in for a bouquet bar. Guys, fall's happening. It's not even that cold out, but my hair is wet, so I wanted to put my hat on. Anyway, so that's the plan around there. I also have all of my gladiolas to like dig up, and that's what I have these for. These are the bags that my gladiolas came in, and this is just an onion bag, right? Onion bag. So when I pull up my corms and trim everything down and I just have the nice gladiola corm, I'm gonna fill this up. And the nice thing about planting a mixed bag, I don't have to separate anything. I don't have to label anything. I just know that this full bag is just gonna be a mixed bag of gladiolas, and I'll hang it in my basement. So that's what I'm gonna get started on today. I'm not gonna be digging up dahlias today because I just don't have my pitchfork. I don't have the pitchfork, I only have shovels, so I gotta go pick up a pitchfork. Last year I borrowed, I'm looking at the dahlias, so pardon me. Last year I borrowed my neighbor's pitchfork, so I wanna go buy my own, and I know they have them at the local Tractor Supply, so I'm gonna go do that probably today or tomorrow so that I can effectively lift up the dahlia tubers without killing them. And I don't even know what they're gonna look like. So I'm still not over my dahlia disappointment for the year, but it's getting really windy. So I'm gonna go ahead and start pulling glads. Just kidding, I'm not that tired. But this is one row. Pulled. Probably took me 20 minutes, 25 minutes. I'll tell you, it took me a lot longer to plant them. Anyway, let me adjust the camera and show you what I got. Okay, so, I'm not gonna really be on camera because it's so hot. So, I decided that I pulled these a little late. A little bit late because a lot of them were breaking off when I pulled, and I enjoy just pulling them out of the ground. I mean, the majority of them just pulled out of the ground, but some, like for instance, see how dead that foliage is? That's majorly dead. And when I pulled, it just top right off. But the majority of them pulled off like this, which is nice. It makes it easy, it makes cleanup easy, because now I just sit here with my things. Where are they? Ugh. So here I have all the bulbs. Sorry, they're actually called corms. A lot of people call them bulbs. I really don't think it makes that much of a difference, whatever you prefer to call them. So this is not a good example because you can't see it very well. Okay, so these are called cormets, and if you let them be, they'll eventually grow into another gladiolus corm. But I don't really need them, and I don't want to waste my time on storing them. So what I do is I pull off the old corm, because this is actually what I planted into the ground, and this is what grew on top of it. So I am cutting it right there, and this is what's going to go into my red bag. So I have a garbage pile right here. You don't really need to worry about the little cute little cormets. I rip the bottom off and I store that. So I've got, you know, probably, like, you don't need these roots either. You can trim those off. Oops, sorry. My clippers need to be sharpened here. Oh my gosh, they don't even work. Look. These are not clippers that I would do this with. My smaller Fiskars, I would do that. These are my sunflower gladiola cutters, which is why I have them out here, because I will cut. Oh look, see, I didn't even realize the amount of corms that I had actually do double for me. So this produced 2 stems, which I cut. So a lot of these corms will produce 2 for you. Like this wonderful baby. And you can let these dry out for a couple of days as long as you know it's not going to rain. Shake the dirt off of them. I do not wash mine. I do not wash them. So it doesn't take too awful long. A lot of people are like, oh, it's so much work to do this with my glads. It really isn't that much work. It actually is less time saving them than it is planting them. So, and a lot of people go back and forth about whether or not I could keep these in the ground, because gladiolas are not hardy in my area, but there are people in my area who will leave them in the ground and have them come back fine the next year. I guess I might experiment with that a little bit. Sorry, the wind's picking up, guys. Ugh. I might experiment with that, but I didn't plant these deep enough. I would plant mine at least 6 inches deep enough if I was trying to, oh look, that came right off. If I was trying to overwinter them, I would have planted them a lot deeper. I only planted them 3 inches deep. Some of them I didn't even do that. Some of them you could see the tops. Oops. It's called lazy. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get these done. You know what I find myself doing, which might seem kind of weird, but maybe not if you're a flower friend. But as I'm cutting these and I'm twisting off the old corm and I'm setting aside the new corm and I'm putting them like, thank you. Thanking the corms. It was like subconscious. I didn't even realize I was doing it, and I just started giggling to myself when I realized it. But like, thank you to these beautiful, beautiful little corms of potential. That's my thing, guys. That's what I think. Everything has potential. It's just how you use it and how you put it to work for you, because we all have potential, right? Anyway, just something silly that I thought, thank you. Put it in my pile. Thank you. So a little while ago, I was talking about my dahlias and how I'm still disappointed about the dahlia season, and getting over it slowly but surely. But sure enough, this week, Fresh Cut Kentucky, Fresh Cut KY posted a 47-minute long video featuring all of her gorgeous dahlias. That's exactly what I had envisioned doing with my dahlias. Like, you know, having all of these gorgeous things to capture on camera, and that just didn't happen for me this year. So fortunately, Fresh Cut Kentucky, I'll link that video up above here on a card, and that's exactly what I had envisioned for my dahlia season, and I'm happy for her that she was able to have a pretty decent season with her dahlias. And she doesn't have that many plants. I think she has like a 30-foot by 30-foot area. I don't remember exactly, but I don't think she has many plants at all, so good for her. Oh, I wanted to show you too. I was cutting the corms, and this one is like soft and gushy at the top. Doesn't even get a chance. If I put it in the bag with the rest of the corms, it might rot and lead to rot and more rot. So make sure you're not putting any corms that are on the verge of rot or are starting to rot in the bag with all your fresh ones. It's yucky, and plus it'll start to stink. almost done. I probably have another 40 or 50 corms to cut up and bring on, but I gotta go in and check on my kids and make sure they're doing their schoolwork. So, whew, I'm gonna get this off the table. It's leaking some dirt here. And I just washed my table. Because it's over. Flower season is over. Well, planting season's just beginning. I see you! Veda's sneaking in through. Little turd. So anyway, my kids are remote learning and Veda had some tests today and it's been kind of chaotic. So it is what it is and we're getting through it, right? We're getting through it, dirty hands and all. So I have probably 4 more days worth of Gladiola, not days, but like I think I'm gonna do a little at a time, a little every day. I also I caught myself, it's itchy on the glads. They're sharp. On the, when I was pulling them, like there was stuff on the sides. Anyway, oh, the wind forecast is windy. That's the official term. Anyway, so I'm gonna put that bag, after a couple of days I'm gonna let it shake out and get all the dirt out of it. And then I'm gonna hang it in my basement. And we'll be in my basement quite a lot together this winter. In fact, that shelf light building unit video that I'm working on is a little bit delayed because all of the shelves are out of stock and I can't get a shelf. So I can't show you how I build my light and shelf system without a shelf. I'm trying, guys. Anyway, so that should be coming. More exciting things happening. So this very soon. Oh my God, the wind. More news for you guys. I wanted to share with you guys that I'm filming a video series. I mean, I have one camera. It's not gonna be like some documentary thing, but I'm getting together with several other local flower farmers within about an hour radius of here, and we're gonna be shooting a series called Flower Farmers After the Frost. And we are gonna talk about things like how we got started in the business, what we initially started to plant, how our plans are changing, what our future plans are, what our biggest obstacles are, and what our biggest successes are. And so it's going to be coming from me. I'm going to also be part of the conversation, but I'm bringing in, I think there are 3 other flower farmer friends who are going to be coming into the conversation, so you guys can see different points of view and where different people started and where they are now and what their goals are. So I'm so excited to bring you guys. It might be 1 video, it might be 2 video, it might be 3 video. It depends on how long our conversation goes, but I have a feeling that once we get talking, it's gonna be difficult to shut us down. So I'm gonna leave you guys here. I'm gonna go and take care of the rest of the glads that I already dug up. And then maybe, I might do another row today. It depends on how I'm feeling. I did a workout this morning. I started a new crazy workout. My legs hurt, my butt hurts. I started doing bar, guys, bar, like, I'm a ballerina. I am not a ballerina. You should see me. I can barely stand up. I'm like trying to, Reviala, whatever they're called, or like, I don't even know that. I've just started doing it a couple weeks ago, but I'm in pain. It's working. So anyway, I'm probably not gonna dig any more glads today, but I will cut and store them. Like I said, I'm gonna hang this bag in the basement, and that's what I did last year, and all of the ones that I saved last year grew to bloom this year. So looking forward to that. So anyway, okay, I'll see you guys later. Today is my 1-year anniversary with my puppies. Hi, oh, yes, come here, my baby. I just want